How is it going, everybody? This is Sean Barnes. I want to welcome you to episode 77 of The Way of the Wolf. On the show today, I'm going to be talking through the importance of solving problems at the lowest level first. There are also times when you need to start at the top, but I'm going to talk through why you want to start at the bottom and when to go through and actually have a conversation with people at the top before you embark on any sort of a project or initiative or anything that you're working on. Before I dive into this, one thing I would ask is if you get value out of the show or the content, please like and subscribe and share. Leave comments on the YouTube channel if you're so inclined to do so. I like to be able to have some conversations in there and answer any questions that may come up. All right, let's dive into this. Now, why would you want to start at the bottom whenever it comes to solving problems? One of the things we talk about a lot here on the show is career progression. Building a brand for yourself, a reputation of delivering results. Well, one way you do that is by solving problems, building a reputation of being a problem solver. This is not always fun. This is not always glamorous, but when you start helping everyone around you on your team, on other teams, helping them solve problems, you will start building that brand and it will start building momentum. And the way that works is if you help somebody else on another team that doesn't really have anything to do with you, they'll eventually tell their boss about it. Their boss will tell their boss about it. And word will just continue to spread and permeate through the organization that, hey, Sean's a helper. He's a problem solver. He likes to help other people be successful. Now, you do this by focusing on the easy stuff first. Start getting those small wins, solving those tiny little problems that come up day to day. Now, how do you delineate between what is a small problem, what is a big problem? A lot of that comes with experience, but there's some examples that I'm going to throw out. Some of them may seem like no-brainers, but in an effort to just make sure that everybody is aligned in what my head is or what I'm talking about, I'm going to go through some of these examples. Okay, say you're at the corporate office and the printer runs out of paper. Okay, that is not something that you're likely going to go have a conversation with the CEO about and say, hey, what do I do with this? Yes, I realize that is a no-brainer that nobody's going to go to the CEO and ask for where the paper is. But there's other examples that could occur in maybe a transportation company. If the brakes on a truck need to be replaced, again, you're not going to go to the COO. You're not going to go to some senior level executive for a small issue like that. If an audit form isn't being filled out, you don't go straight to the top. That's just, it feels like a no-brainer, but as I talk through this, I'm just kind of like setting the standard so that everybody understands what I'm talking about. When you have those day-to-day little issues or hiccups or bumps in the road, it doesn't make sense to go to the top. Just solve the problem or help the other person solve their problem and move on. It's as simple as that. Now, when you do want to have conversations with senior leadership, those are going to be big issues, whether you're changing processes around how a business operates, whether you're changing financial systems or timekeeping systems or making big system-wide, organization-wide changes. You want to have a conversation with someone at the top and just say, hey, this is where my head is at. This is what I think is going on. What are your thoughts? Is this something I should dig into, or am I wasting my time, or is there a better route to go for this type of stuff? What you will find in just having that brief conversation about what's going on is you're going to get a lot of direction. You'll figure out answers to questions that you have about that specific topic. If you go to like a coordinator or someone in an administrative type role, you'll be able to learn some more about those systems. But what you will find is the frontline troops, the people that are in it day in and day out, they're hyper-focused on their job duties, what they have going on. Sometimes, but not always, they don't have a holistic understanding of all the other interdependencies and all the other connection points and what system is feeding this, what is captured over here. So you've got to be able to strike that balance. And you do that by better understanding the organization. You better understand the organization with time and building relationships. When you have those two things, when you have strong relationships and time under your belt, whenever it comes to spending time in the organization, you get that better understanding of what's going on in the business. And it makes it much easier for you to go straight to the top and say, hey, this is what I'm seeing. What should we do? 9 times out of 10, you're going to get some guidance of, oh, well, you're seeing that because of this. Don't go that route because we're doing this. That saves a tremendous amount of time and effort on your part. So in the end, it really just comes down to understanding the business, understanding all of these teams, and that comes with time and exposure and experience. The last thing I'll say is there is a significant amount of time saved or efficiencies gained by knowing who to talk to at the right time. While there's a little bit of a balance here, because when you have conversations with the frontline troops, you do get a better understanding of what they're doing, but you also need to have those high-level conversations with the people that have that holistic understanding of what's going on. That's really all I wanted to touch on today. A little bit of a shorter episode, but I feel that there's value in being able to better understand and delineate, okay, when do I start at the bottom and when do I start at the top? If any of you have any questions on this topic, happy to have some conversations on it. Feel free to reach out to me, _Sean Barnes on social media, or Sean@thewayofthewolf.com. That is all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much, and y'all have a good one.